Hey, howdy, y'all. Travis
Hi.
and Sterling here, back again with episode 5 of The Stars Are Aligned. What is it? Well, we try to be weekly podcasts about
We're a
relationships,
little off for the past couple of weeks. Our
parenting, and
schedules have changed.
oh, yes, yes, they have. Uh, Today's topic, however, is going to be finances, right? Yeah.
Finances, as much as we know, I mean, we're not
Yeah,
professionals.
we're not wizards about it, but we definitely know that finances can be one of the biggest strains on a relationship. And thankfully, we've gotten not mastery over it, but we've definitely got a handle on ours.
Right.
We make sure that our our income has definitely exceeded the expenses.
But the thing is, we don't really follow any rules. And this isn't really a podcast about how to do your finances because, like I said, we're not professionals, but it's basically about topics that come up in relationships that can cause either conflicts or that can improve your relationship. Just situations, because like you said, I think finance is one of the major things that are cause of breakups and fights and arguments
And definitely stress
and a
in a
lot of
relationship.
stress. Yeah. So we're just talking about how we deal with some of the things that come up regarding around finances.
Right. Like she said, we're not experts at it and we don't follow a particular program, but we definitely have good habits that we've developed over the years of making sure that our bills get paid on time.
Exactly.
One of the things when my friends ask me, how am I feeling? I say, hey, I woke up bills paid. So that's
Mm.
a great feeling. Um,
Yeah, thanks to my husband, he's gotten me in that same mind frame because when we first met, um, I'll never forget the conversation when we sat down on the bed and we decided we were going to start working on our credit scores. And if you can see my shirt now, at that time it was doing this. You could see it. My heart was pounding because I had never had anyone involved in my finances before other than me. So, not that I would had bad finances. It just wasn't oh wait a minute.
you want to back up on that statement?
Not that I had bad finances.
Not run out the room bad,
Right.
but
It wasn't under control.
right.
So just having that conversation with him was anxiety. It was my anxiety level was through the roof. And as soon as he opened up, what app did you use? Mint?
Mint, yeah.
Yeah. It showed everything, like everything. Um,
Everything in her debit card, on her credit cards, loans,
so it was full
everything.
disclosure at that point. But as soon as it happened, I was okay. It was like that first moment of visualization.
Right, because I mean, shortly thereafter, she ran and got Credit Karma and started pushing us to use that. And
hmm
I mean, you became what is it, the TurboTax maven?
Oh yeah,
She,
yeah. I
she
was boy, those taxes. I'm like, I'm figuring out numbers and everything, real
yeah,
numbers.
anything dealing with the money, she got onto real quick. But it was breaking that ice initially.
Yeah,
Um, and not to say that I had outstanding credit at the beginning of our relationship. I'd been 20
yeah.
at some point,
And
and
now we kind of challenged each other. We were kind of like, "What's your credit score this week? What's yours? What's
yeah,
yours?"
I mean
It
we're
was a
now
it was a
racing to see
competition.
whose
Yeah,
credit we're going to
yeah.
use for any particular thing. It just so happens to be mine a lot,
Uh,
but but to be fair, she is very serious when it comes to no hard inquiries on our credit
mm,
reports. No, just we're not falling for scams. We're not
yeah,
falling for any of that mess.
yeah,
She's on top of that,
yeah.
and I don't say we focus on it because we rarely ever talk about
No,
finances.
no.
It's just that we've educated ourselves and again built those good habits with each other. And
Not only that,
mhm,
the key I think is overall is to have trust in each other and knowing that that other person trusts you. You have to really maintain that code of conduct,
right,
as if to do things openly, trustworthiness, and respect for the other person's hard work,
And honestly, while we do use Mint and we can see each other's expenses, I don't
which I
think,
don't even look at
yeah,
yours.
we don't. I,
I don't even look at yours.
I haven't opened Mint in
I
quite a
don't.
bit.
I don't even look at his
So
because I
yeah,
can't remember passwords anyway.
well, there's that. But there's also, we saw it when we were building our credit to get the house, and that took what, 3 years, I think,
3 years,
from the
yeah.
time we decided
Thank
to,
goodness for this guy.
yeah, from the time we decided that we were done with renting to the time we signed on the first house. 3 years went by, and
Yeah,
it
and it
wasn't
wasn't. We didn't
backbreaking.
struggle.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't struggle at all. We just kind of went normal, but we were more mindful.
no, it's like you said, we got everything under control. It was like, okay, do we really need to do this, that, or the other? Are we spending too much on food, on fuel, on who knows what else is
Hmm.
out there?
Entertainment, things like that, which we don't really fall into that category,
No,
but people do.
but just tightening up what the outgoing, made sure that we were spending well, and making sure, most importantly, that again the credit cards and the loans and everything else was being paid on time, pretty much in full, to
Oh
get the
yeah,
scores
yeah,
up.
yeah, and paying a little bit more. And I learned that was extremely helpful because thanks to my husband, he really got me to be excited about paying bills. I couldn't wait for payday,
Hmm.
not to go spend money to go buy things, but to pay bills. And it was like, oh, I can pay more on this. And I would pay a little bit on like the credit cards each pay period, which was every 2 weeks, instead of waiting till the end of the month and paying everybody at one, at that time, and then have no money at that day once I got finished, but overpaying. Um, and I've never been, under zero, like struggling that I have nothing.
Right.
So I would really be excited and to wake up that morning to look at my account and say, "Oh, let me pay." Just the feeling of achieving that accomplishment. I still enjoy. It's kind of weird, but I really enjoy it and look forward to it.
And no, y'all can't have her. She's mine. No.
So we don't overspend. We do live within our means. Neither one of us are materialistic, I guess, to where we need to. I think I'm the only one likes to buy the stuff. But then I decorate the
No.
house
There was an Amazon truck here today for me, so
for
for
a
phone accessories and stuff.
chargers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but okay.
But then it was an Amazon truck for me a couple days ago with the stuff
There'll be another one coming soon
tomorrow.
for both of us.
Really? What is it?
Okay, see, you say I can't hold water, but now you want me to tell everybody on the
No, I don't want you
podcast.
to tell anyone on the podcast because he still can't hold water.
So yes, we're not scrimping and pinching every
Yeah.
penny, but we're definitely living within our means, which has made everything comfortable for
Hmm.
us. I mean, we're talking about changing out the cable and switching to a bunch of streaming services,
Hmm.
because
He does all the research.
that's a lot of money going out the door. But again, they fixed the game, so you got to spend money anyway.
Hmm.
But for what we need it for, time to cut the cords on
Yeah.
that cable.
Some things are very unnecessary, and people hold on to things thinking it is necessary. But after you think about it and you're without, it's kind of like, oh, I really didn't need that anyway.
Like phone plans.
You've been dying to
Oh
say
yes,
that,
yes,
haven't
I
you?
have.
Whew. So we
For
just changed
years.
over. And you know how Sprint is now T-Mobile?
Yes.
Okay, so I was on a plan that was grandfathered in how long had it been on Sprint?
Since 2000.
20 something years. And I was holding on to that plan because they didn't have it anymore. I'm like, oh no, I've got the plan. And they kept wanting to change it. And then come to find out now that we've got new phones and changed over to T-Mobile,
Added lines.
and we're
Kept
paying
the
less.
unlimited data. And paying less money, but
I'm thinking I had the
the
plan.
plan, yeah. And you were what, gold or premier or
Yeah,
whatever
something.
level?
Didn't make a. It didn't even make a difference.
Nope.
Who
So
knew?
definitely do some research. Make sure you're paying what you have to pay,
Hmm.
not anything more. Yes, it's good to have a plan or at least a goal of we need this many lines, this much data, this much whatever in our plan, but make sure you're getting the best price for it because you can go get a whole lot of different incentives. You can
Right.
get a whole lot of special deals and
Hmm.
savings as
Hmm.
long as you're looking for it.
Looking for it, yes, and asking, because sometimes you have to ask for deals because they're not offering it
Right.
right out. You
And
have to really ask.
I struggle with that part, but
Yeah, he does
yeah, a
a
lot.
lot. I'm like, give me the phone. Let me.
Exactly. I struggle because I thought I did the research, but if it's not on, if
Just
it's,
like we were going to get the sofa chair from the
are you sure
furniture.
you want to put that on the internet?
So I just encouraged him to haggle better.
That's correct. I
Okay.
am not very good at haggling or negotiating very much. The price is the price. I can do
The
sales
price is
tax.
not the price. The price is what you want it to be. There's somewhere in the middle that's the real price.
Well, yeah. When it comes to financing, I'm very bad at negotiating. But other,
Even when we had the contractors in the house renovating areas.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Finances, ladies and gentlemen, a stress
I was like,
maker.
no, we shouldn't be paying for that. I already paid for that out of cash. No, don't do that. And he still paid the bottom line.
We took some stuff off of there.
Barely.
Okay. Um,
There was more to go.
well.
He's probably glad he did not have to talk to me.
Oh, I'm sure he's glad. There's no probably
He's like,
about
he got that check and ran.
it.
He's like, oh, that was
Yeah,
easy.
that was. But again, we were spending money on a project, but we had the money to spend, and
And we reaped the benefits of it. We loved the projects.
I mean, it's like your dad said. It's one thing having money, and it's
Mm,
another thing spending the money.
right.
And the spending of the money is the fun part, um, because we were able to pick the things we wanted. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't having
We weren't stressing out.
no.
Mm-mm.
And like even when like the first big expense we ever got into, the wedding,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did a
Whole
whole lot of
lot of,
things by
on our
ourselves.
own
Saved a ton of money because we both came into it with the mindset of we're not spending 50, $60,000 on this one day.
day that I forgot anyway. I even forgot.
Your lines.
Yes, you are a rat. Rat. But most of our
Okay,
family was there, so it's
exactly.
out
So
there. So
who
yeah, I
am I
didn't know. I
hiding
didn't.
that
I didn't
from?
remember my lines. But things of the efficient, you know, using the what do you call the place where you have it at?
The
The
venue,
venue. Working out deals and
the invitations,
invitations we did ourselves, the
the
save the dates,
favors,
the
yeah, all of
favors,
that.
all of that. So, we didn't go out and get a whole bunch of tuxedos, and it was really a good planning, and we didn't owe anyone
No.
anything. Not at all. And that's what made it so special because we didn't have to stress over that. And I think people glamorize the ceremony without thinking about how much money you're going to have to pay afterwards, and that's where the fights start soon
Right.
after.
And because as soon as you can start, well, why did you spend this much on that or that
Hmm.
much on this? Is that thankfully we've never really had to have any of those
We
discussions.
trust what each other is spending.
Right. Because if she or I buy something, we know it's either for the family or for the
Hmm.
house or for okay, sometimes yeah, we just get it cuz it's nice to have, but it's not going to break the
Break us?
bank.
No, not at all. Because
And
everything we do, we keep the other person in mind of how would this affect him. Like, I'm not going to buy a $3,000 chair.
thankfully.
because
Again,
I
she's
know,
mine. Y'all can't have her.
just to add examples, I was just talking about that with my mother-in-law. I said, this store had a $3,000 chair. It's supposed to be one of those cheap stores. I'm like, I would never buy that. For what?
No, but if we have to spend $3,000 on furniture because we need
Yeah, that's a
furniture,
furniture set, not a chair.
yeah. And honestly, yeah, we. I don't think we've ever really even discussed anything like that. It's like, okay, here's the
No.
amount of space we have in the room. Here's what we want to fill it with, and we just go that way. We don't argue like, oh, well, let's get the cheaper set or
Yeah,
anything. We don't have
yeah.
to worry
We
about that.
research the product, making sure, reviews and all that kind of stuff to make sure that we're getting our money's worth.
And
So,
and again, it's not like we formalize a budget, but we definitely
mm-mm.
know how much we have to spend, which is an important part of it.
Not saying that budget thing doesn't work for people, because it does.
Right.
We
It's
just
not
didn't have it
something we have to
needed.
worry about
Not
most of
saying
the
that it
time.
wouldn't make it better. It might.
I don't know because if the price isn't the price, I'm coming up with a budget that's way way up here,
But it will force you
and you're
to,
paying way down.
yeah, but it'll force you to pace yourself. So if it's
Okay.
something is out of the budget for that month, you'll know to put a little bit aside to get that item instead of, having to make that impulsive purchase.
Or filing for extra credit that you don't need
Mm,
or gonna use or implement. I mean, we did it at one furniture store, and I don't think we've ever used that card again.
never.
Yeah, we paid that one off, and it's just it doesn't even have an annual fee.
No.
It's a zero
He's
balance.
on the impression we still paid that off.
Oh, I know you
Uh,
transferred it over to
yeah.
something else. I know, but
I
it's
had to transfer
down.
that account.
That card is down to zero, and it's
Zero.
never been used
Yeah, I'm
again.
not using that card
Yeah, I
again.
know where I see where the money
I'm still
is.
paying for that
I
furniture.
see where the money's gone. I
But
see.
we're not in default of anything.
No, no, we're not.
No.
And thankfully, I mean, again, like I said, she went straight into TurboTax. So our refunds for IRS purposes are yes legal, but they are well distributed.
Yes, they are.
So we're not reliant upon our tax refunds at the end of the year
Right.
or
No, we're
every
not.
year.
We're not. We're like, if that's money that we just never had. If it comes, great.
Right.
But one of the things that we learned recently, of course, with the passing of my father, in the beginning of the year, um, how the research and the probate and the estate, all that kind of stuff, really showed how important it is to have your financial records up to date. So if you have beneficiaries on
Life
life
insurance,
insurance,
401k.
401k, and you haven't updated to be the right person, setting up your will, your power of
Mhm.
attorney, things like that are, you don't have to be a certain age to do those things, but it's great to get in touch with maybe a financial planner, to get those things in order for you, so your children or the people that you want to leave your the responsibility of your finances with after you pass away or get incapacitated, to, did I say that right?
Mhm.
Incapacitated. Okay. To be able to fulfill those requirements. Because if you're half stepping and you haven't made the detailed information in your wills, and it is going to be a hot mess.
And sometimes your will can conflict with the statements for you, like
Hmm.
whoever your beneficiary is may not be your inheritors in your will.
Right.
And well, those things have a precedence. And
Boy, did we learn some lessons. My, with my uncle, thank the gods for him. He did a lot of that legwork regarding my dad's estate, and both of us learned a lot. And I think both of us are sharing that information with others so that others won't fall into that same problem, especially the will issue.
all right, and we've got to go ahead and sit down and do
Do
ours.
ours.
because
Because tomorrow I may not be here. He may not be here. What's that?
I'm scratching my head.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying I was losing it.
No.
He says those things sometimes. So just getting that in order. You can't be too young because you never know what tomorrow brings, or maybe even the next hour. To be able to have in detail what you want done, what your wishes are.
And at least here in Texas, you can download all of the will paperwork from the state websites
Yeah.
and get that all. I mean, a lot of it is not even, I don't want to say prefabulated or preformed, but
Hmm.
kind of generic. Like, here's the lines that you need to be putting in. Here's how to write that statement to reduce ambiguity.
And a
Um,
lot of times you can get um, what do you call it when they give you information,
Advice.
advice. Wow, I am losing it. Well, you can get advice for free by legal advisors, and you want to make sure, like my uncle instructed me, make sure whatever topic that you're on, that legal advisor specializes in that. So I wouldn't want to go to um, a criminal
Con-
lawyer to talk about my estate.
right.
So there are a lot of companies that will actually do free advice and kind of get you in the right path so you can get all the documents and things in order.
There was one at the law library, wasn't there?
I
We
do
went to
believe.
when you needed. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, there's plenty of resources out there for you. Don't be. I mean, you shouldn't be afraid of Google at this point.
No, but
Um,
sometimes Google can lead you astray because sometimes the information is someone's opinion.
Fair enough. But if you focus on the .org, .gov
Yeah.
websites, you tend to get very good information
Hmm.
for free in some cases. Some cases you have to join and be a member, but
And I
that's
run into a lot with working with seniors and their families and finding out how much that the parents or the people that they're responsible for, the adult children, are in the dark with knowing what finances or financial planning that the parents have, because the parents don't want to talk about it, don't want to divulge it. So I just say you have to be an open book, or at least have it on paper,
or at least all in one place.
all in one place. And someone's got to know where it is.
I know, I
Somebody.
know there is paperwork somewhere. Where exactly, I don't know,
Mm-mm.
but I know it's somewhere in that house. I just hope it's all in that
And
house.
after your mother sees it, she's going to change the spot.
Exactly. But that's fine. That's
Gotta love her.
yeah. I mean, and on that point, we don't talk finances with our kids either.
Yeah,
And,
true. We don't.
and we have adult kids. We have younger kids as well. But I don't think anybody is privy to anything that we've got
No,
going
the only
on.
thing they want is how much money can we give them.
I need help getting this car or getting this car fixed.
Yeah, pay my rent, insurance. I need a
Woo.
new TV. Anyway,
But yeah, that's just another good reason to have good credit because
whenever something's
those
needed, we can take care of it.
emergencies should keep
Yeah,
popping up.
no questions asked. Really, it's
Right?
just kind of like when do you need it done.
Right. Here's the car credit card. Here's the healthcare credit card.
Hmm.
Here's the credit card for just flat out emergencies. And
Yeah, or let me transfer the money to your account.
right.
Done deal. So
Yeah, I mean that's it for me if you
that's it
want
for me too. I just want to make sure that, everyone takes it seriously about their finances, their 401ks, their IRAs. Talk to a financial planner, talk to someone in your bank who can also advise you on what to do, because there are so many scammers out
to.
that, you try to get advice from, or put your money in somewhere where it's really not official, and then you end up losing it. Don't be naive, but
Yeah, Cash App does not pay any kind of interest.
yeah, they
So,
don't they don't give you cash. Well, without putting money in it.
oh, they can ask for it,
Mm.
but
I've never used it.
Oh, it is a thing out there. And just again, I'm not saying we're not recommending any particular plan. We're not recommending any particular agency or
Oh,
service,
not at all.
but definitely just try and get a
A handle
handle
on it.
on your finances.
Hmm.
Know where your money is
It's
going,
going.
and you can shoot it off that direction and it may go off course, but at least you knew when you let it go, it's like, this is where I intended to go.
Hmm.
This is how much it's going to cost. And there shouldn't be any more costs coming after
Yeah,
that.
you wouldn't believe how many people don't look at their bank accounts for a long period of time.
I mean,
I
you
look at
wake
I
up every
in morning
morning
and look
doing
at
that.
my bank account to see if anything fishy's happening, and my credit. I look at it every day.
Oh, yeah, because I check my credit at least twice a month.
That's a little bit less frequent than I to my comfort.
Yeah, I know, but
I would be like, oh, I need a phone. No.
no, but again, I normally only check it twice a month. Make sure that when I get paid, it goes to the right bank
Mm-hmm.
location,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm running through through my bank information properly. Uh, Pretty much any app I open that's financial now gives me my credit score. I'm just really
Yeah.
comparing those
Those. Yeah.
versus on each site versus each other,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, just to make sure that yes, my credit score is growing, or if there's some new negative thing that pops up, I'm
Right.
made aware of it and start working it off.
Exactly.
Um,
So just overall, just don't be afraid of having that conversation with your significant other.
right.
Don't hide things because it will come to light.
Oh, and one thing we did not do is we weren't. It's my way or the highway
Oh
on
yeah.
finances, or I didn't put her on a budget. She didn't put me on a budget.
Mm-mm.
It was like, just know that I'm aware of what you're spending
Yeah.
and adjust yourself accordingly. I mean, you're a grown woman, I'm a grown
Yeah.
man. We both had our habits going into it. Um, our
It's all
little,
about respect and love because if I didn't respect you and love you, I would not even care what you thought about the money.
you wouldn't have let me get into the finances.
Not even close. I would have given you a fake name. Sirland Smith.
And I probably would have bought it too. You wouldn't be the first woman to give me a set of numbers that didn't match up.
Thank God those days are over.
Yeah, amen to that.
So, if you have any suggestions, or if you have suggestions on companies that you've worked with and were successful with, let us know. Leave us some comments on our page, and so we can share that with other people who are seeking the same advice.
Well, that's it for now. Traveling Starland here. We'll see you again when the stars
Peace
align.
in the Middle East.
Oh, boy, did we just get out of that.